Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. And here we are at the 11th question. And this is an easy question from calculus and basic understanding of functions and differential calculus, integral calculus altogether. First, there is a function given, f of x is e power 2x times 3x minus 4, where x belongs to real numbers. And we need to derivate it, that's the first part. Let's start. So it is a product, e power 2x times 3x minus 4, right? So we can check the formula booklet for this formula, product rule. When two functions are in product, how we need to solve. Yeah, let me show this formula sheet. And here it is. Product rule, right? You consider the first part as u or second part as v, and we can use this formula, right? So let's go with that. So recognizing this is under a product rule matters first. And let's solve this. Okay, so this is going to be my u. U is equal to e power 2x and v is 3x minus 4. So first then u dash. How will you differentiate e power 2x? This is also available in the formula booklet in the same page. But e power x formula they have given, but what is e power f of x, right? So we need to do it differently. So by the way, you can use this. When it is e power f of x, e power x means just e power f. E power f of x, copy the function and multiply by its derivative, that whatever in the exponent. So I'm going to do the same. E power x is e power 2x times, what is the derivative of 2x? It's just 2. So 2 e power 2x, right? And v is 3x minus 4. So what is v dash? It's just 3. So now, if your function y is equal to, okay, my u dash and v dash means du by dx is what I have mentioned, u dash, and this is what v dash. It's for the easy notation, right? So if y is in the form uv, dy by or f dash of x or whatever, so the derivative will be u dash v plus v dash u. This is much more easier. But here f of x is given, so the notation have to be like this. F dash of x is u dash first, 2 e power 2x times u dash, then simply v, 3x minus 4 plus v dash, which is 3 times u, simply u, e power 2x. And let's solve this. You take the 2 e power 2x and multiply, like it will be 6x e power 2x, then minus 8 e power 2x and plus 3 e power 2x. The last two terms, they are like terms, they will get simplified. And yeah, here we go. So 6x e power 2x minus 5 e power 2x. This is what we have. This is our f dash of x. And yeah, so that's it. That's simple it is. And we can further simplify. The best answer is like you can take e power 2x common, and f dash of x is e power 2x into 6x minus 5. The factored form will always useful, right? That's it. F dash of x is over. It carries 3 marks. Very simpler one. And next, we have to find the coordinates on the graph y is equal to f of x. So our aim is to find a particular coordinate on the graph, on the curve, where at that particular point, if you draw the tangent, that will be parallel to the line y is equal to x. Okay. So f of x is a curve means, what is my f dash of x? This is curve. Curve equation or just function. F dash of x is tangent function, right? So if you take f dash of 10, you will get a tangent at 10. right? So that's what the function of tangent, f dash. So using this basic idea, we are going to solve this. And we know if the two lines are parallel, the gradients will be the same, right? So let's proceed here. Okay, so f dash of x means a tangent function. And then next thing is parallel tangents means parallel lines have the same slope. So the tangent line and this is parallel. Parallel lines have the same gradient. Tangent function, or we can call it as gradient function or gradient function. So something here we can relate it. So f dash of x equal to, I need the slope to be 1 because this line have the slope 1, right? If you write this in y is equal to mx plus c form, y is equal to 1 times x plus 0. So here m is gradient. So my f dash of x should be equal to 1. At which point you got the gradient 1, that will be the tangent. So 1 or more can be possible. So this is the idea. Equate the tangent function to 1 and you will get a x coordinate, right? We will get at which point this condition gets satisfied. We already have f dash of x, which is e power 2x into 6x minus 5. Let's equate it. So this gives us e power 2x times 6x minus 5 equals 1. Now, my aim is to at which point we are focusing on the coordinates. And yeah, we can solve this using graphic calculator. And just a second. Right, and let's switch. So how we are going to solve this particular equation? And we got this actually, e power 2x times 6x minus 5 equal 1. Let's go with numerical solver. Is using numerical solve. So go to number, algebra, and numerical solve. Let's type in our equation. We need e power 2x times 6x minus 5 equals 1. Right, so 6x minus 5 equals 1 and put a comma and we are solving for the variable x. That's it. And let's hit enter. We got 0.86 to 999. So let's copy this and let's switch to the solution page. Right? We got one x value there. And this is what it is. So my x is 0.86. Let me approximate to 3 places. Yeah, it's very close to 0.863. So this is done. And next question. So this is x, but they are asking for coordinates. So what is the respective y value? We are finding coordinates. The condition we have solved it already. So coordinates on y is equal to f of x. So y is equal to f of x is e power 2x times, I think it's 3x minus 4. Let's check. Yeah, 3x minus 4 and substitute the respective x value. So 3x minus 4. So y at x is equal to 0.863 is our next time, and let's get into the calculator. It's very simple substitution. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to solve. Let me write it here. Y is equal to e power 2x times 3x minus 4 and x is 0.863. But actually we are going to solve like directly substitute it. E power, here is e power 2 times not x in place of x 0.863. Then again a time, use bracket, then 3 times 0.863 minus 4. That's it. This is substitution and we can see negative 7.927. Let's take this. And yeah, x coordinate and y coordinate both we have over there. Right. So this is the respective y value. And in coordinate form 0.863, comma, negative 7.93. So this is the required coordinates. So that's simple. Let's move to the next question. Region enclosed by f of x, x-axis, y-axis is rotated through 2 pi radians about x-axis. What is the volume of the solid? That's what we're going to do. And that is quite easy. So rotation about x-axis, volume of solid revolution. Formula we're going to switch. Let's switch to the formula booklet. Yeah, here we can see volume of revolution about x-axis is the first formula. For if it's y-axis, is the second formula. But we're gonna take this. It's a to b pi y square dx. That is for x-axis. Let's get back to the solution page. Right. So this is my formula from the booklet. Right. So what is A, what is B, and what is my Y? Y is your function. It's given to us directly. So that's not a problem. Y is equal to f of x, and it is e power 2x times 3x minus 4. And I need to square it. So that is not a problem. Pi is a known value. What is A to B? Actually, the curve is there. Okay, let me imagine the curve is this, right? What are the boundaries here? X-axis, y-axis are the boundaries. For example, if this is my curve, x-axis, y-axis is the boundary. So the lower bound is y-axis we can create. For the other, we have to find the x-intercept, right? So the lower bound, let's take it as 0, 2. The another will be the x-intercept of the function, right? So to find the upper bound, work out x-intercept. Okay, x-intercept is, how will you find x-intercept? F of x when you equate to 0 and solve for x. So what is my f of x? E power 2x times 3x minus 4. This is my f of x and I'm equating to 0. Exponential thing can never be 0, right? So this is not 0, but this, then there is only option. This factor should be 0. And we got the one and only x-intercept, which is 4/3. Right? But some of you might not know all these facts. I don't know. Yeah, we can switch to the calculator and solve this. So this is we can do to save the time. Now let's get into the calculator and solve it algebraically. You know that. Here is the calculator page. Yeah, e power 2x. Okay, let's ignore all these. This will confuse us. Go to the calculator. Numerical solve. E power 8. Let's go with the function e power 2x times 3x minus 4. And let's close it. Okay, we need to solve an equation, right? Equals 0. and which variable we are solving for, comma that variable x. So we set an equation, comma x, and let's submit it. So we got 1.3333. This is nothing but 4 by 3. So whichever way we want, we can go. And let's switch to the solution page. Okay, so 4 by 3, it's nothing but 1.33. So or from calculator, we got x is 1.33333 and so on. Right? So let's use 4 by 3 to get exact values, or 1.33 also. Let's simultaneously solve both ways. Okay, next is substituting in the formula. We know everything. 0 to 4 by 3 or 0 to 1.33, and we need to solve for the integral. Right? So this is my volume of the solid. Integral 0 to 4 over 3. Pi is there. Let it be out. F of x the whole square, the formula, right? F of x the whole square. This is the formula. And what is your y? This is your y. E power 2x into 3x minus 4. This complete thing, you need to square it and integrate with respect to x. Okay. Or if you go with like graphing solving, you will get decimal answer. So or volume can be this. So everything is same, but instead 4.4 by 3, we are going to use this. And e power 2x into 3x minus 4, the whole square, dx. But I'm going to choose this fractional way of solving now. And let's see how to solve this using graphic calc. Okay, so numerical solve will not help us. Let's get into the graph. So graph the function. Actually, what we need here is, this is my f of x. Like I want to solve pi times, except the integral, include everything, right? That integral 0 to 4 by 3, right? That alone, I'm going to skip it. So pi, and we will get what we have, e power 2x times 3x minus 4, the whole square. This is my graph. Let me graph it. That's the function, right? So let's go with pi first, and in times, use the brackets and square it. Inside the bracket, e power 2x. So e power 2x times, again a bracket, three x minus 4. We should be careful that we graph the function correctly. So this is my function. Let's hit enter. And this is how it looks. Okay, now what we need to do? Now solving an integral means you graph the function and it runs from its solving definite integral 0 to 4 by 3 or 0 to 1.33. So next is go to the menu. After graphing it, menu, analyze graph, bounded area. That's what integral means. And it will ask for a graph. Just click on the graph. Okay. So second graph is like our x-axis. We need to graph it. Let's try with the integral. Okay, so integral will be much simple. From what is your lower bound, it's asking for. So you can either move your dashed line to 0. X is 0 because we are integrating with respect to s. Otherwise, you can type 0. 0 to upper bound is 4 by 3. You can give. And we got the answer, the solved part over here, 165. And this is my answer. Right? This is the entire integral solving. And let us try with 1.33. Right? So this is 165, right? What if you go with, okay, let's Analyze graph, integral. It's asking for lower bound 0. Upper bound I'm going to give 1.33. Double 3 we have. So then it is also giving the same, like 165. So that will not be an issue. So our final answer, evaluating in the integral directly through this. Graph the curve, go for integral. We can do bounded area, but we need to do so many, like vertical axis, y-axis, x-axis, we need to mention. So this is the best way. And let's switch to the solution page. 165, keep this in mind, is what we got here. So this entire solution, nothing to do. You evaluate it as 165 cubic units. And that's simple it is. Right. And last part of this is consider the function g. It's a quite different function. They didn't give the algebraic form here. So g of 0 is 1, g dash of 0 is 2. Find f of g of 0. Very simple composition of function, which will be f composition g composition x means what will you do? F of g of x. This is the way. First the x will work on g, then that output will work on f. So f of g of 0 is also very similar. F composition g of 0 means f of g of 0. I know what is g of 0, it is 1. So f of 1. We know what is f. So let's write it. And f is f of x is e power 2x times 3x minus 4. And f of 1 is e power 2 times 1, 3 times 1 minus 4. E power 2, 3 minus 4. Which is negative e square. Negative 1, negative e square. This is our f of 1. Actually, f of 1 is means what? F g of 0. So the final answer is this. F composition g of 0 is negative e square. Right? That's simple. And next part. Find f composition g dash of 0. So how will you differentiate a composition function? Right? Chain rule will come into the existence. Fg dash of x means first you will do f dash of g of x, then multiply the inside function, it will differentiate. Sorry. So g dash of x. Very similar. So the how we apply the rule matters here. F composition g dash of 0 is f dash of g of 0 times g dash of 0. Right? So f dash of what is g of 0? It's given to us, which is 1. So substitute 1. And what is g dash of 0? It is also given to us, which is 2. What is f dash of 1? It is, we need to find it. Anyways, let's find it here. So f dash of 1, what is f dash of x? E power 2x, 6x minus 5. I need f dash of 1, e power 2 times 1, just a substitution, 6 times 1 minus 5, it's e power 2. So here we can substitute e power 2 times 2, which is 2e power 2. And this is the final answer. F composition g dash of 0 is 2e square. This completes the problem. And all together carries 15 mark. It's very simpler one. And yeah, so thank you so much for listening. Let's meet in the next video.